waking up, I gotta lean up. This how I be sleeping in my bed, y'all. This is exactly how I be sleep. I just got up. I just turned my car on like 5 minutes ago because it was cold as fuck. And I needed me some heat. I need to put. But let me show y'all. This is just. I weigh 230 pounds, but I fit perfectly in my seat. Like, you would think that I'd be squished, and I don't know. It's almost like I be sleep just like I be in the bed. Like, once I lay my seat down like this, and I just be in here just knocked out. So anyway, I'm about to talk to y'all from my bed, because when I tell y'all I be sleeping in my car, I really don't be lying. And I had came back to my kid's friend's house sometime, I think about like 2 or 3 this morning. I had texted them and told them, like, hey, tell their mom that I'm about to park outside and go to sleep because I want to get up in the morning and take a shower, which she said that I could do. That I want to get up in the morning and take a shower or whatever. And do my hair and stuff. Like yesterday, I just came and washed my hair and washed up or whatever, but my daughters had ended up needed to go to her granny house to do something. I had just dropped them off over there, and I had stayed in the car by myself or whatever. Like, a lot of when I take my kids places, sometimes I still just go find me somewhere to park, probably take a nap or do whatever it is that I need to do to handle my business or whatnot. So I had told her, like, you know, in the morning I just want to come and take a shower or whatever and get myself together, blase split. But I was, as I was telling my daughters yesterday and my kids, I was dropping them off at their granny house. And I had just happened to tell them, I'm like, y'all know, y'all need to start paying attention to people and what they say, what they do, how they act and everything like that. And I was telling my kids, like, it's getting real out here or whatever from all these motherfuckers who was stealing from me, who didn't believe that I could call the feds on them like I said that I did. And I was telling my kids, like, I will put y'all in jail too. Right along with every motherfucking body else, because y'all think this shit is a game. Y'all got me out here sleeping in my motherfucking car. I can barely see my son and shit, Mally, because y'all dumbass want to be lying with every motherfucking body else. And I was telling them that. And look, these motherfucking kids, they be wanting to pretend that my kids need to come over to help with this or do this, and people be motherfucking lying and all that types of shit. And I was telling my daughter, I'm like, you know, it's so crazy how you was working that job, and as soon as I said I wanted to see your check stubs and everything, that they wanted to fire you. And where in the fuck was all your motherfucking money going? I'm like, you need to pay attention to all these motherfuckers who lose in cars because their cars getting repoed all of a sudden, and all these motherfuckers who gotta go and find new places to live. Bitches is on the run from the feds. I remember, I have very good memory. And I tell my kids that all the time, like, I have very good memory. And I be paying attention to faces and everything, even if I ain't 100%. Y'all see, I just woke up for real, for real. Even if I ain't 100% accurate on the names and stuff, I'm very good with faces. And I have a very good memory. That's one thing that people hate about me, is that I have a very good memory. And I'm like, y'all be hanging around these motherfuckers that look just like that motherfucking lawyer that was in that courtroom lying for Byron and Sierra. Y'all be hanging around them motherfuckers. These motherfuckers who be knowing y'all daddies and y'all uncles and all these motherfuckers who be in these gay ass secret societies and shit. Y'all like to come and hang around them motherfuckers, and they going to the feds. And I was telling that to my kids. I'm like, don't get wrapped up with these motherfuckers and y'all ass be in the federal penitentiary right along with them, because that's exactly where the fuck you gonna be. People want to use my kids' money, steal from them, use their name on Section 8. That's why all my kids' daddies, friends and shit. Lex, is you gonna live with us or you gonna move? Is you gonna live with us or you gonna move? Because these motherfuckers want to put people on their Section 8 and shit. And I don't even got no motherfucking Section 8. You don't take care of my kids, but you want to put my kids on your Section 8. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck on. But I was telling my kids, y'all motherfuckers better start paying the fuck attention. You better start. I'm hearing, who is that? It was always God plan to reveal the liar. They not like us. These motherfuckers are up and moving and shit because they're on the run. I had to up and hurry up and move out of my brother's house and shit like that because motherfuckers is on the run. Like, god damn, I make the videos and say this shit. Y'all was the ones thinking I was making the shit the fuck up. Make it make sense though. Cause it's a show adding the fuck up if you ask me. All my brother friends and shit trying to scatter. Oh, I'ma go live with so-and-so. I'ma go live with so-and-so in the basement. They ain't gonna find me there. They ain't gonna find me there. I'ma go move here. I'ma go move to Alabama. I'ma go to South Carolina. They ain't gonna find me there. They ain't gonna find me there. And they about to find your ass right the fuck there. Because this has been a long-going investigation. I said I wrote the feds over 3 years ago because motherfuckers was stealing my Facebook revenue, YouTube revenue, TikTok revenue, because they was stealing my videos, putting them on other platforms. I been said that. That was the reason that I wrote the FBI in the first place, because people was stealing my money off the internet. It ain't have shit to do with the life insurance policies that people stole from me. Bitches was banking on me needing other people's money, but they didn't care to mention the fact that they were stealing my money that I was making on my own because they were stealing my videos. I could never make that shit up. When I said all them Tubi movie making motherfuckers from Detroit was stalking my Facebook page, watching all of my videos, making movies and shit, I wasn't making that shit the fuck up. When I said the Detroit rappers watch my channel and they be making raps and I be putting clues together, I wasn't making the shit the fuck up. When I said I started taking them cybersecurity classes because they sent me a link to my DHS portal where you apply for food stamps, they sent me a link to take classes, and I started taking the cybersecurity classes. And I started doing my investigation. But I've been doing that ever since I wrote Fox 2 News over 4 years ago and told them that my DHS worker was stealing from me. Who was all happened to be related to who? My brother's friends and my baby daddy's people, along with my daddy's side of the family. And these motherfuckers was just thinking I wasn't going to be able to put the pieces together because I don't talk to my dad's side of the family. I barely had to talk to my brother, not like that, but before I had to go and live with my brother. Are you Florida from Good Times? Are you a fan of Florida from Good Times? Because I think she's dead. But I might channel her for you since you up in her business. But anyway, we were talking about all of this or whatever. And I was telling my kids too, like DJ Mama, she looked just like Sierra. She actually looked just like the lying-ass lawyer who was in there helping Sierra and Byron lie when they was stealing my motherfucking money. When my gun had came up missing and everything like that, I said these motherfuckers don't want to go down for murder. They don't want to go down for money laundering. They don't want to go down for none of that type of shit. But they're going to go down for it because they never should have came fucking with me. And they was obviously fucking with people before me. I'm hearing like y'all about to get... people about to get fucked up for people dying over drug overdoses or whatever. But I said that when some of my brother's friends, husbands just started dying and shit, I told them that they was fucking around with witches and people who drop shit in people's drugs and drinks and shit like that. They about to be exposed for that too. And my ancestors was telling me when you wake up this morning, every day that motherfucker's playing your face, get up and expose somebody new. Get up and expose somebody new. But didn't I just say I was dreaming about DMX and I woke up thinking what these bitches want from a nigga? And how he be naming off them list of bitches. It's a list of bitches that somebody done named off to the motherfucking feds. And I said this day was coming, I swear to God. Pastor Jones at Fountain Worship Center, where my cousin Brittany Jones and her family go to, you can even ask him and his wife, their first lady, over 4 and 5 years ago. I gave them a list of names and said if anything ever happened to me, these people are responsible. I gave that to the pastor of the church because I knew this shit was not a game. I swear to God on my mama, and they know I ain't lying. So then guess what they started doing? Contacting the church. Oh, Isleah gave you a list of names of people who may be stealing from her. Oh my God, it's us. How much can we pay y'all to demolish that and say that she's crazy? That's like my grandma Sadie calling me, asking me, Isleah, what's the name of that church you go to again? I'm hearing Jarena. But Jarena, her people last names Jones, Johnson, and Howard too. Those three names, Jones, Johnsons, Howards, them motherfuckers is under investigation by the feds for stealing my money, like I said. And I don't give a fuck who go to jail. I'm testifying against my old friends, baby daddies, family members, they kids, every motherfucking body. I don't give a fuck, because these are the motherfuckers that didn't give a fuck about me. I'm sorry, but I'm not reading comments today, guys. But yeah, these are the same motherfuckers that did not care about me, using my kids' social security numbers, using their identity, trying to bully them, stealing their money, all up in their fucking business, pretending to be their friends and all that type of shit. No. So all these people, these are trolls who be coming on my page, leaving messages. These are all my old friends, my cousins, my brother's friends, my brother, and everybody else who be they dumbass be coming to leave these stupid ass comments on my channel, cause they be mad that I be talking about they dumbass. But I've been telling my brother for the last 3 years too that I called the feds. I just think these motherfuckers thought that they was 10 times smarter than me, and some of them know officers, and they know Fed officers. But that's why sometimes you can't with people in your state. You need a different state to work with them. You got to contact the feds from a different state. You got to get a lawyer from a different state. You got to talk to a judge from a different state. And then you got to catch up on your state rules. So yeah, people going down for all of that. Fraud. Section 8 fraud. But I've been talking about this shit for over the last 3 years. It's just now God is revealing the people. Because just like everybody tried to say that I was crazy and that I was delusional and that I didn't know what I was talking about, all these motherfuckers who was going to court writing these fake ass lies about me, fake ass reports, calling CPS saying that I'm negligent. How the fuck I'm negligent and don't feed my kids, and I get up every day and come to another bitch house and feed her motherfucking kids and clean this motherfucker up? And you think I wasn't doing that shit for my own kids? Bitch, please. But that's what I say. It be the ones who be talking about you. You need to go and pay attention to the ones who be fucking talking. And you need to investigate them, and then you'll find out a lot of shit. That's why I said people need to actually do their job. These detectives out here don't be doing their fucking job. CPS don't be doing their fucking job. DHS wasn't doing their job. They was stealing from the job. And when I started talking about it, everybody wanted to get mad and basically jump Isleah. If y'all don't get the fuck on. If y'all don't get the fuck on. I can't wait till the day where I go to court. And that's what I'm saying. I get on my YouTube channel making these videos because you will be surprised to come across your channel and actually see your videos. YouTube followers said that they had been trying to reach out to me, contact me, send me stuff and stuff like that. So where it go? If ain't nobody stealing it. That's why people didn't want me to have a phone. They didn't want me to have a house because they didn't want me receiving my mail. They didn't want me getting even emails and phone calls. But that's why I get up on this bitch every day and make these videos, because I'm going to tell my story. And that's just like I said, rappers watch me all the time. You never know. Like I said, I had asked Boss Man D-Lo to buy me a house, and like I said, I feel like Future be watching me and shit. You never know who related to who. These are regular people, by the way. That's why somebody talk about Florida. People be having family in Florida. So how do you know I don't know nobody who know Boss Man D-Lo? I got family in Georgia. How you know I don't know nobody who know Future? How you know that they didn't send me some money and one of you dumb motherfuckers stole it? And I keep saying that the rappers are the feds. And you think a rapper don't got enough money to figure out where the fuck their money went? Like, hey, if I sent that bitch $70,000 for her house, donated it to her channel, how come I'm still watching her channel and she's still homeless? Let me pay a private investigator to see where the fuck my money went. Fuck hers. Where did the money that I gave her go? And boom, now you motherfuckers caught up with a web you wove. So yeah, you don't know. Everybody be trying to set a trap Oh, she's so green, we can set her up in the trap and they be falling in the dummy trap themselves. The honey trap themselves. Get it stuck. But I just woke up. I ain't even damn near did. I literally just sat up and started channeling off the dome. So I ain't washed my face, brushed my teeth, or do nothing this morning. Barely combed my motherfucking hair. It was all over the place. But I washed it and blow dried it yesterday, put it in these little meatballs till I get in there. And shit, my daughter ain't even got to braid it down. I could just gel 2 ponytails down real good and ball them up to do put my wig on the right way or whatever in my headband. But yeah, you never know who is who. You never know who is a detective, who is a private eye. And just like I said, somebody sent a link to my DHS portal. You never know how the FBI got to start investigating shit. Who phones is being tapped up and everything like that. I'm like an FBI agent that ain't an FBI agent. I'm like a agent without a badge. Because people have fucked with me for so long, I became a detective. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I know. And another reason people be mad at me is because they be wondering how I know what I know. But you see how I just said I just woke up and I'm channeling off the dome because God talks to me in my sleep. When you godly for real, God reveals things to you in your sleep. If you read the Bible, the prophets in the Bible had a what? Dream, like Martin Luther King. God reveals a lot to you in your sleep. And you can talk to your crossed over loved ones in your sleep. It's a scientific fact. Skip the rest. That sleep is the closest thing to death. So if your crossed over loved ones and shit don't come talk to you in your sleep, that's a you problem. Don't say that I'm mental because they don't fuck with you. They gonna come give the responsible one of the family all the tea. And you know, their loved ones get to talking. Especially when you the chosen one of the family. They start telling you who sacrificed who stole from who did what to who kids, all in the family. So yeah. People going to jail. People is going to jail. Like these motherfuckers is about to go to jail. They got mail. I'm hearing, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Boing. And that's Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues was like a what? Detective. And people be saying I'm so childish. I am very childlike. I have childlike energy because I healed my childhood trauma and I got 5 motherfucking kids that I raised. So I know all the cartoons, the Disney movies, and all that shit, bitch. And we just got a motherfucking letter that these motherfuckers is going to the federal penitentiary. Somebody know that they under investigation because they got a letter in the mail. And it's starting off with them losing cars, getting repoed, losing Section 8, bank accounts getting froze and under investigations. The FBI gonna show up to your motherfucking job, to your church, to your kids' school. That's what's about to happen. The FBI is about to come to people's houses, knocking on the door, to the kids' school and everything. And I'm hearing the backfire has begun. When people was swearing up and down that I wasn't feeding my kids and they had to feed my kids, so they called CPS on me. These the same motherfuckers that ain't able to feed their kids. And you're about to lose your kids. Just like you wanted me to lose mine to the system so you can steal money from me, you're about to lose yours because you're going to the feds. I'm hearing somebody better go ahead and move their kids in with their grandma because they going to the feds. And it's like the mama and the daddy going to the feds, or the husband and the wife, the baby mama and the baby daddy, they're going to the feds, so the kids need to get adopted. Because you about to see your mama and daddy in 7 years is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing they put you through a 7-year cycle of unnecessary bullshit, Isleah, so they going to do 7 years in the feds. Somebody just got told that they got 7 years in the feds, or that they facing 7 years in the feds and they about to do them bitches. All 7. hearing IRS tax fraud, tax evasion, and all that. And I still have yet to get my state taxes. I need that $2,500 to $3,000. $2,500 to $3,000. They're holding my money on purpose. Bitches mad. Cause my shit don't need to be, if it was approved, it don't need to be held for review. What is you holding my taxes for a review for if the IRS already approved it? But that's just like they was holding my Michigan unemployment so they could steal it, and they was stealing my DHS. It's somebody in the state of Michigan who it works with authorities or something like that. But that's why all these authority figures in Michigan are about to be under investigation. That's why I say you never know who nobody know. I told y'all too that I had a private investigator talking to me on YouTube from New York. Said that, hey, somebody told me that you were married. And I was like, I never been married. He's like, I didn't think you were married. And he said, I was like, I'm a private eye from New York or whatever. Like, somebody told me that you was married. I'm kind of like investigating your husband. I don't even know who the fuck he is. But you see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes FBI investigations be going on for 10 plus years. 10 plus years. Motherfuckers be out here living good, thinking that people ain't watching their ass, and the whole time you been under the investigation for 10 years. So when they finally get that ass, that's why they say give them the book. Book them. Because they wrote a book on you already. They watched you for 10 years. Facebook, FBI, Facebook investigators, all you dummies get on here and tell your life story, flashing and this, that, and the other, but your money don't add up. You know how they say put your money where your mouth is? Well, your money ain't adding up. And let me tell you one thing I learned from cybersecurity, which is also the CIA and the FBI. One thing I learned is that your real life should reflect your social media life as well as your online banking and everything like that. So even if you stole my identity, opened up a bank account in my name, the money doesn't match my real life and my social life. So guess what that's going to spark? An investigation with the feds. It's just like if you were to get indicted. If you were a drug dealer, where are you getting all this money from if you don't go to work? It's the same thing, or if you poor. Why you don't got no money if you got all this money? It sparks an investigation. Federal Reserve. You know, we have birthrights and shit. Stuff that got to be done. It's universal law. Like, you can break regular laws. You can't break universal law. Some shit is written in the stars. Written in the Bible. It's universal law. It's destined to happen. It's prophecy. So you can't stop it. You can try to fuck it up, and then you gotta fuck around and find out. That's the whole purpose of the Bible. It teaches us this. So, yeah. Somebody is fucked up. Real bad. Real bad. And it's couples. Husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends and shit, they been under investigation by the Fed. I'm hearing federal indictments. Federal indictments. Federal indictments. Somebody is about to get indicted. Somebody, I'm hearing. For sure. 10-year investigation. You know, you ever watch a movie and they was just like, I can't wait to get this bitch. Like, I've been studying this motherfucker for 7 years. I can't wait to get the green light to get this motherfucker. It's like that. And something got to do with Future. Sada Baby and Boss Man D-Lo. I'm hearing federal indictment. Federal indictment. Feds did a sweep. And that's crazy because that video, I just reshared it a couple of days ago on my YouTube timeline when I got that red scarf on. And I was like, Boss Man D-Lo, all in my energy. On that day, I had woke up to a whole bunch of shit on my YouTube and shit saying like Boss Man D-Lo was indicted or something for a drug charge. And right before when I was asleep, I was dreaming of Boss Man D-Lo. And when I woke up, he was the first thing on my timeline that day saying that he was indicted or whatever for a drug bust or some shit like that or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'm telling you, spark of a federal investigation. Something got going on in Alabama too, and I've been saying that for a minute because I be like, something going on in Bama Town, something going on in Alabama. I'm trying to tell you. I'm hearing the FBI want me on their team so motherfucking bad. They don't even give a fuck about my educational background or nothing. That's how much they want me to work for them. But I know that already. I said the FBI and the CIA watch my channel. I keep saying they sent me a link to DHS. Like, oh, we can't get her through the mail. We can't get her through her phone. They got her shit all locked up. Well, we could get her through the DHS portal. I'm telling y'all, phones are portals. Fingerprints, eyeballs, biometrics, and everything. The government can track you down any fucking where you go. So, stealing nowadays is dumb as fuck. Everything is digital. Digital footprints, paper trails, fingerprints, eyeball scans, biometrics, face scans. You can walk into a motherfucking Walgreens and they know you walked in that bitch. You could have left your phone at home. They know you came in that Walgreens because it's face recognition. Everywhere you fucking go. You blow the stop sign, you run through the red light, they got the cameras. You get a ticket in the mail, the police ain't never pulled you over. You got a ticket in the mail for running the red light because the camera caught your face in your license plate. You think these motherfuckers can't find you? You think you really getting away with some shit? Oh, could you put on the cap and went to the ATM or went in the bank? The bank is under investigation. The bank teller is facing Fed time. Reminds me of one of my brother's friends. But yeah, like I said, this shit is real. Who sitting around making it the fuck up? Because the damn show ain't me. So I don't give a fuck. I get on here every fucking day. Whether people talking about some teeth, some skin, or some hair. I'm richer than half you motherfuckers. And I don't walk around with my nose up in the air. I still come down to earth. Being myself. Knowing my worth at that. Whether people want to give me the credit for it or anything, like, I know my worth. That's just like you going to sit up in Jay-Z and Beyonce face and like, bitch, you're broke. Beyonce gonna say, no, bitch, you're broke, and laugh at your ass. That's damn near how I need to be. But I'm saying I'm very meek and humble. I been knew what I was worth. Been knew. Y'all catching up. But see, you thought it was the other way around. You thought I didn't know my worth and you were getting over on me. I'm hearing it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. I'm hearing, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Like you thought I was a kid. Joke's on you, silly rabbit. So it's something about that going on. I'm hearing like this shit is getting urgent. Urgent. I'm hearing urgent care. The urgent care is investigation. But I said it. HIPAA violations, lying on people's test results, doctors signing shit that they ain't had no business signing, lying for their friends and colleagues and shit like that. Again, people be bringing their personal life to work. Oh, so that bitch, my husband was having an affair with her. He think I don't know. She think I don't know. This bitch done happen to bring her ass up in the urgent care that I work at, and she pregnant. Oh, fuck no. Dr. So-and-so, come here. If I give you like $10,000, can you sign this paper and say that this person has HIV? Or can you sign this paper and say that this person is mental because my husband about to leave me for her? Girl, what? My husband left me on the same type of tip. I can't stand these home-wrecking ass bitches. Yeah, I signed it for $10,000. Now the doctor under investigation too. The medical assistant under investigation too. But I said it. to dating it back to 2023 when I said I went to urgent care and the man happened to call me back like, Miss Williams, you do not have HIV. You do not have herpes. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you, because I damn sure wasn't expecting for nobody to tell me I had no motherfucking HIV or herpes now. If you had called me saying that I did, it would be a problem. But he's calling me and he's telling me I don't have it. Mind you, I never went to the urgent care complaining about it. Again, you never know how long people will be under investigation. 3 years ago, I went to urgent care and asked them if they can draw my blood and stuff, and I felt like somebody was poisoning me. That's why I went to urgent care. Everything I ate, everything I drank, I was throwing the fuck up, getting skinny as fuck. Had me out here, I'm talking about I was small, almost the size that I was when I was 16, when I weighed like 130 or something. I'm talking about I was small like that, like 3 years ago. And it's because, and you can ask Lotus, every time I would go to the gas stations by the houses, it seemed like they would study me to the point that they knew my favorite drinks. I would go into the gas station and grab the first one, just like most people do. Or sometimes, because I started noticing, I'll go back and grab like the second or the third Essentia water or the Snapple fruit punches. But then this shit goes so deep, these motherfuckers start learning my stuff. I can go in the gas station and grab a juice like this and open that bitch right up. It don't pop or nothing. That's how bad people was poisoning me. Mind you, I knew the people at the gas stations and shit. I was getting skinny as fuck. So I went to urgent care and asked them if they could draw my blood. I think somebody poisoning me. That's when the urgent care doctor called me back like, you don't have HIV. You don't have herpes. Never once did I go there for that. So again, it's a HIPAA violation and somebody got to be lying. Somebody got to be lying. Prior to that, like a year prior before that, I had went to the urgent care in Southfield. Now that was the urgent care out in Warren, where the man called me and told me like, ma'am, you don't have HIV or herpes. That was urgent care in Warren. I want to say that was Best Urgent Care too, in Warren. It was. And he called me and he told me like, yeah, you don't have that blase split. And that's the same day that my phone got tapped up. I swear to God. When the urgent care called me, he asked me if he could speak to me privately or whatever. I'm thinking he about to tell me some fucked up shit. And I was wondering why. Because at that time, I wasn't fucking. I was like celibate for almost a year and a half at that time. And that's even more reason why I went to the fucking urgent care. I was not feeling good. I know I ain't had no STD or nothing. And, you know, I didn't trust my doctor, which is why I didn't go to the primary care physician. I went to the urgent care because I already knew my doctor was on bullshit. He's my brother doctor too. My brother daddy doctor too. Like, why is, when Denzel told me that his doctor is his daddy's doctor is our doctor, I already knew some bullshit was going on. My doctor, Dr. James Haney, he ain't my doctor no more as of this year, but that was my mama doctor as well as my grandma doctor, as well as my uncle doctor. When they say family practitioner, my whole family went there. Mind you, I said my mama dead, my daddy, my granddad. Ooh, is my granddaddy dead? Because I was just about to say my granddaddy dead. But my mama's dead, my grandmother's dead, as well as my uncle's dead. James Haney was their doctor. But when Denzel said his daddy go to him too, I knew it was some bullshit. Somebody up in that motherfucker forging papers, like the fuck I said. Lying on my sexual health, like the fuck I said. Didn't want to give me my pregnancy results, like I said, because of what? It's some bullshit. But anywho, I went there, and I mean, prior to going to Best Urgent Care in Warren a few years ago, where the man called me, and when he called me and asked to speak to me in private, my phone clicked out and he automatically became on speakerphone. And then I could no longer hear out of my phone. That's the day that my iPhone stopped working, where I had to either be connected to Bluetooth. That was like 3 years ago. So my iPhone not making sound and shit, that's not nothing new. That's why any nigga who just be thinking I be lying to them, bitch, that phone been messed up for years. It's been tapped up or something. Ever since that urgent care called my phone that day, talk about I don't got HIV or herpes. And prior to that, when I went to the urgent care in Southfield, the free clinic, the lady I went in there, she gave me this little pregnancy test, said it was a rapid HIV test. She wanted to get my HIV results in 2 minutes or less. And she was even looking at me weird, like, well, this is strange. Like as if somebody diagnosed me with HIV and herpes or something. So when I go to the doctor myself, they be like, you don't got this. And I be like, well, I never said I had that. But again, that goes back to my wallet being stolen, birth certificates being stolen, people using my information, DHS stealing and everything. You using my whole identity, going to the doctor as me and everything. And you got that shit. But that's what I'm talking about. I can never make this shit up. I went to the OBGYN in January of 2025. I'm going for my pap smear and everything like that. She like, oh, you don't have any bumps. As if she was looking for me to have herpes too. The only bumps I'm probably going to have is a hair bump. Because a bitch need to get a wax or shave it and pluck an ingrown hair out. Other than that, I don't know fucking herpes. I ain't never had no genital warts or nothing like that. So when they start asking me that, or they looking at me like, oh, actually your vagina looks healthy, you don't have this, that, and the other, I didn't say that I did. What the fuck is this? But that's what happens when people go into your my chart, or people know people who work in the medical field. Like I said, just like these motherfuckers bust scripts, they forge other shit. So it's crazy. But this is what I've been dealing with. So when people ask why I act this way, why my kids don't go to school this year and all this, because I was dealing with this type of shit. You would be surprised what people will do. What they'll use their own kids to do. So yeah, fuck all that shit. All that's about to come to the light. Like I said it would. But what I just said, I was hearing that song, They're Not Like Us, and he said it was always God's plan to reveal the liar. It's always God's plan to reveal the liar. Again, universal law cannot be broken. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. What happens in the dark comes to the light. It's law. So, granted, I might be struggling. I may look like the liar. It's going to be revealed that was never the case. So again, when people ask, how can I have so much faith? Why do I still thank God? And all that type of shit. Because the truth is always going to come to the light. I am of the light. I'm not of the dark, so therefore I don't fear anything negative. I don't even fear death. You fear death when you're demonic, because you're scared of judgment. When you're not demonic, but when you're of the light and you know God, you don't fear death because you're not scared of being judged. I'm not scared of being judged, so I could die right now making this video and I'm going to be straight. But everybody else, y'all probably can't say the same. I'm not saying that to my followers, but just saying in general. A lot of people cannot say the same. They're afraid to die. They're afraid to go to jail. They're afraid of the cops. I'm not even afraid of the cops. That's what I'm saying. Who's a criminal? Y'all, they was going around saying I was a criminal. I was this, that, and the other. Why y'all the ones scared of the cops and not me? I drive with ease. I go places with ease. When I go. I pulled up on the cops the other day and waved at them. The same motherfucking Detroit police that I be talking about, because I know all of them are not corrupt. So when they pulled up on the red light on the side of me the other day and I was jamming and listening to my music and I happened to look over and see them, I waved. I don't hate the police. I have a problem with crooked police who got the nerve to think that they can lay down the law and you breaking it. So yeah, Something about that is going on, but people about to be revealed. I'm hearing it's about to hit them. It's about to hit them. Just like all this shit hit me. The 7-year cycle is broken and a backfire is occurring. I'm hearing the time is up. I'm hearing future can't be running out of time. What you mean what's on my mind? Federal Reserve is on my mind. Somebody ran out of time to pay some money back or to right their wrongs or some shit like that. Somebody ran out of time because now I see a rabbit from what the fuck is the show with the girl, the rabbit, the clock? I never watched it, but everybody always talk about it, jumping down the rabbit hole and all of that extra ass shit. Alice in Wonderland. I'm seeing Alice in Wonderland. Somebody has run out of time. Can't be running out of time. What you mean what's on my mind? The Federal Reserve is on my mind. Somebody didn't pay that money back. They're on the run. A group of girls too, because I'm hearing girls who run the world, girls. But these group of girls are on the run around the world. They're running around the world because they're running from the feds. Somebody's name is Aisha. And I keep channeling this name. Somebody named Aisha is, when I say the feds can't wait to get this bitch, I mean the feds can't wait to get this bitch. I'm hearing there's a white lady detective and a black lady detective that don't play this shit. I got stopped by a lady cop. Mrs. Officer, Mrs. Officer. I'm trying to tell you. And speaking of, these people got their gate closed with some handcuffs. You know, they don't have a gate chain, like a fence chain. She got it closed with handcuffs. Somebody's name is Eugene, because I'm hearing Mr. Krabs. Eugene, Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. And I'm looking at my Gap. And I'm hearing SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs. Eugene, you know Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob, he owned the Krabby Patty, but he was real greedy. Like he had a successful business, but it's like he still didn't have enough money. He wanted to take anything that he loved money. He ain't care about nothing else but money and his daughter, Pearl. There's a father and daughter too who about to go to jail for stealing. There's a couple that's going to jail for stealing. A mother and son duo going to jail for stealing. And a father-daughter duo going to jail for stealing. And I'm also hearing death comes in threes and power of 3 spells. So I don't know if these motherfuckers was doing power of 3 spells. 3 people about to have a death. And death doesn't always mean physical death. It could also mean death to your finances. Death to the way you make your finances. So you can lose your car. Then lose your car, you end up losing your job. You lose your car, you lose your job, you lose your house. Somebody's about to go through a death like that. Again, because that's what they wanted for me. I'm here backfire season. What goes around comes around. You put it out there. If you dish it, you must be able to get it back. Now, they dished all this negative spell work out at me and put me in a spiritual warfare that I had to fight. They thought I wasn't going to defeat it, but I've defeated it. So now what you put out must be returned back to you. If they had defeated me, they would have got away with it. But being that they haven't and the time has ran out, it now must return back to them. Just like on Princess and the Frog. Somebody is getting their own spell work back at them. So whatever they wanted for somebody else is what they going through. I'm hearing you're nothing but a lie, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker. and I won't let you back in my life. And I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog, 'cause I want it all. I'm hearing that song. You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker. See, somebody's getting found out about, and they getting everything snatched away from them. I want the house, the car, the kids, the dog. I want it all, because you're nothing but a liar. Somebody lied to get everything they got, and that lie is about to cost them everything they got. I'm hearing all the gang stalking, bullying, cyberbullying. I'm hearing like, I'm so under investigation right now that when people go ahead and leave these little comments like this, they actually come and check y'all IP address. That's how much I'm under investigation. So I'm hearing they started with the Facebook group chat. But when people come and leave these comments, which I haven't really read any of them, because I stopped, like I said I was, after I read the first one, so I haven't read any comments at all since the person asked, was I Florida, whatever her name is, from Good Times, or whatever show he said. I haven't read any more of the comments. But I'm hearing that when people leave me negative comments, even if they just talking about flaws like teeth, hair, or whatever the case may be, the FBI, they did not say I got a moderator, but I didn't assign a moderator. But I'm hearing like the FBI even goes and read my comments. And when they see some off the wall negative ass shit, they go find that name. They look up the IP address and everything and run a whole profile on you motherfuckers. And I'm hearing that's how we finding out she ain't lying. Because these is, again, I just said these motherfuckers is my old friends and family members and people who wanted to steal from me and shit. So when you leave negative comments trolling, trying to get me to shut up, you expose yourself to the FBI. I just said this is a CIA thing. It's cybersecurity. You expose yourself to the security guards, the FBI. So they look up the IP address. It don't even matter if you're on a burner phone. Because in order to get a burner phone, you got to purchase a burner phone. Or a chip or something. You got to get it even sent. Even if you get a burner phone sent to a abandoned house. Because you know the mailman. Guess what? The post office know where that burner phone address was supposed to go to. And you might have to pull up to that house every now and then. Or pull up to the next door neighbor house to meet this mailman and shit like that. Guess what? If they can't get you, guess who they gonna get? Mailman to the mailman, give them to you. Which brings me back to when I was just living at my brother's house on North Lawn. I said the people was paying the mailman to steal my mail and shit. But when the mailman gets indicted and his job is on the line and he's already gonna be charged federal off bail because mail is federal, you think he ain't gonna snitch on you? Because I think the mailman gonna snitch on you. Because I'm pretty sure the little bit of money that they was paying you, that y'all was paying the mailman a month to steal my mail, he don't care about that shit when he getting these 7 years in a federal penitentiary. He's giving y'all names, how much money y'all was paying him to steal the mail, where y'all was meeting at to steal the mail, who mailbox he was leaving it in by accident and all. He told all that shit. The mailman told it all. And then they said, now get your dumb ass out and go deliver some more mail. And keep giving them her letters so we can have it on camera. Stupid ass motherfucker. So that's how the mailman got caught up. Is what my ancestors said. Now the mailman wearing wires. Oof. You motherfuckers are so motherfucking dumb. Bank teller wearing wires. I'm hearing right now one of my old friends is an informant. And I talk about Tiffany Dewberry because somebody told me she was an informant. But one of my old friends, that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. All my friends don't know my other friends or my associates and shit like that. Because everybody can't hang with everybody. I said I know people. I'm hearing you got friends in high motherfucking places. But I already knew that. And I'm hearing one of my old high school friends, middle school friends. I'm hearing elementary school friend is related to the feds. But one of my old friend, shit, Alexandria mama, Miss Octavia Martin, before she died, and Miss Octavia did taxes too, while I was just speaking of tax evasion. But her friend was the sheriff of the Detroit police. They had pulled up on my house, at my house one time, and bought some food from me and Alex when I was running the MILF market. I said I was selling food to the Detroit police because they were sitting on the side of my house. That's why I said all cops not crooked cops. Sometimes you got to put a cop under investigation. You got to put a Fed officer under investigation. That's why I said sometimes the plug go under investigation. This shit is the same in everything you do. If you work at a call center and you keep getting complaints about irate calls, or your calls keep dropping, or you hanging up on the people, guess what they're going to do? Pull up them call records. That's why they say this call is recorded for quality and assurance purposes. Because any call center I worked for a call center, a sister company for DTE. So I worked there. I worked for AAA. I worked for United Road. I'm trying to think. But for sure, I'm going to use AAA for an example. For sure, they used to watch everything I do. One day I was on Alloy buying me some dresses to wear. And mind you, I worked at AAA years ago. Years and years ago. But I was shopping, buying me some clothes while I was at work because I wasn't on the phone call. And my supervisor emailed me like, yes, Isleah, you're not supposed to be shopping. I'm like, this bitch. She's like, yeah, we can see your screen. Girl, mind your fucking business. I ain't on the phone right now. What you monitoring my screen for? But they do that. They monitor your screen, your emails, your chats, everything. They can tell you how long you've been on the phone, what you said, and everything. When they say the calls are recorded for quality and assurance purposes, the only thing that they bleep out is if you use your credit card number or something like that. They bleep that information out because it's confidential. Or like your social security numbers or something like that. Confidential information is bleeped out. Other than that, they can hear everything you said from the beginning of the call to the end of the call. I worked at enough call centers to know that. If you get on the phone with these AI motherfuckers, your call is recorded for quality and assurance purposes. I don't give a fuck what they say. So if you do something inappropriate at work, they go back and look into it. Because you got to sign in, you got your login information. Every time you sign in the computer, boom, it's your digital footprint. Everything you do from there on out, whatever website you go, whatever keystroke you push, they can find that shit the fuck out. So you're not getting away with anything. Not a paper trail or a digital footprint. You can't get away with this shit. So, yeah, I'll take... You know, the Bible says in all your gettings, getting understanding. I don't care if I ain't work a job but 3 weeks. In all your gettings, get an understanding. I learned something from that bitch while I worked there. So, I'm very, very, very intelligent, like I said. Somebody's calls are recorded for quality and assurance purposes. Somebody's phone is tapped. That's why I'm talking about this. Somebody's calls are recorded for quality and assurance purposes. Like this is evidence and proof. The feds has tapped somebody's phone and they pulled up the group chats. Because what I just said, when you work at a call center, they can pull up your emails, your chats, and every keystroke, somebody's phone tapped. They listen to every call, every text, every email, every voicemail, every social media account. Somebody thought they was slick. I'm here on an iPhone 16. Somebody thought they was slick on an iPhone 16. But these accounts, these social media accounts, these fake email addresses, it all leads back to you. I'm hearing future again. And it all goes back to numero 1. It all leads back to the mastermind, mega mind, Jimmy Neutron, who started this shit. And he and she are going to the federal penitentiary. And it's multiple couples, multiple groups. Churchgoers, pastors and first ladies and shit. Y'all about to be surprised at this shit. And the way that people talked about me and disrespected me when all I did was tell my story and try to warn people so that same thing wouldn't happen to you, the level of disrespect that I have went through, all for you motherfuckers to find out that I was never lying to y'all, that's a public victory to me. Cause who the fuck do you think you is that I would waste my time to make up some stories every day to entertain you motherfuckers? Just like I said, calls are recorded for quality and assurance purposes. I don't make these videos for entertainment purposes only, bitch. This is real life shit. That's why I don't be letting these people fuck with me. Again, they're being monitored for quality and assurance purposes. Like I just said, they bust up into these motherfuckers. Soon as they leave some dumbass comments, here come the FBI and the CIA. Like, who's this stupid motherfucker on Isleah's channel right now talking dumbass shit? They go look that IP address up, give it about 10 seconds, and they be like, oh, this her cousin. Oh, this that bitch who we been investigating, who she went to middle school with. Oh, this her ex-coworker. Look how these motherfuckers work together. Y'all, come here, y'all. Come here. Look at this shit. You gotta come look at this shit. I'm hearing Lil Baby in the beginning of Trendsetter. He like, y'all better get in here. This bitch thicker than mud. That's how they watch. Like, y'all better get in here. Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch. Look how they talk about this bitch. They go here every Saturday. Oh, now they switch the days up to Wednesday. Oh, they go do bonfires on this day. Oh, look, they go do rituals on this day. They go to the candle shop. Look, they meeting up again. Look at them dumb motherfuckers. I swear to God, this how I'm channeling this shit right now. This how long the Feds been watching you motherfuckers in unmarked cars. And the whole time, I'm hearing you got a mole in your camp. You got a mole in your camp. The whole time, somebody already been wearing a wire. Somebody work at Myers. I'm hearing somebody work at Myers. And the check cashing. Somebody work in like those little center places at like a Myers or a Walmart where you can go and buy the check cashing cards. I mean the prepaid cards, or you can go cash a check or get a money order or something like that. Somebody works in that area of Meyer. I'm also hearing in CVS. Somebody is a whoever work at Myers and work in the check cashing part, they under investigation too. And I've been channeling that for a minute. And then somebody is a pharmacy tech. I'm hearing at CVS. Somebody is a pharmacy tech at CVS and they under investigation too. And if you ain't a pharmacy tech that's stealing pills, then this should not bother you. You ain't got no reason to be afraid. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be afraid of authorities if you're not doing nothing. So if you ain't in CVS stealing pills and syringes, you ain't got no reason to be scared. But if you in a motherfucker in there, you stealing pills, stealing syringes and all that type of shit, working with the doctors, and you under investigation. You see the difference? So something like that is going on between a Myers and CVS. And you know, places like Meyer and stuff, they have pharmacies too. So maybe somebody is a pharmacy tech at Meyer. You know how you can deliver medicines and stuff with DoorDash and stuff like that too? Like you can go and DoorDash somebody medicine for them and pick up their script or some shit like that. Somebody is under investigation for something like that too, like with a delivery of some scripts. Somebody delivered medical scripts. Something going on with some prescriptions and somebody busting scripts and pills or something like that. They under investigation too. And all these people are working together. You know how they say it ain't no couple better than a drug dealer and a CNA or a medical assistant or somebody in the medical field? Well, that's because usually if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody and they write these scripts for you, then you bust them and you give them to your drug dealer boyfriend and he pop him, then guess what? It's money on the floor. Ding, 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 ding. However, I said it's a dynamic duo. These motherfuckers under investigation. Somebody work at urgent care and they bust scripts for they nigga. But the person who is under investigation is the person who work at the urgent care, because you're the one who's busting the scripts. Like, you put your life on the line. You know, when you get in the medical field, just like people take oaths to do certain things, you take oaths in the medical field too, to take care of people. Not steal from them or help kill them. Somebody is a nurse, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of bitches walking across the stage and in white suits. You know how you do the white pinnings or the nurse pinnings or something like that? Somebody is a nurse, and they either work with somebody who works at a pharmacy, or they work where, you know how sometimes somebody work at an urgent care, because you know sometimes you can go to an urgent care and the urgent care has the pharmacy in the inside, so you don't have to get your medicines or anything referred over to an outside pharmacy. Something like that is under investigation, where there was an urgent care that has their own pharmacy connected, kind of like the one that's on 7 Mile and is that like East Outer Drive right there? That urgent care that was closed down now all of a sudden just the pharmacy open. Something is going on between where I'm hearing illegal abortions. So yeah, you know, something like that. You know how the abortion clinics have their own abortion medicine there? You don't got to go to the hospital or a pharmacy to get it. Like if you go to get an abortion and you need an abortion pill, you're going to get it at the abortion clinic. It's something like that. This person doesn't have to go and bust scripts at the pharmacy. They can do it at their job. This person is under investigation. Somebody work at urgent care or even an abortion clinic. It's people got all types of hustles. I know somebody who used to work at the abortion clinic, and most definitely she used to sell them motherfucking abortion pills $50, $60, $70, $175 a pop. How far are you? Oh, you need an abortion pill? Girl, let me go to work tomorrow. I'll get you one. Give me about $100. I knew somebody who was selling Adipex pills like that. Oh, you want weight loss pills? Let me go. Give me about a couple of days. I'll go to my doctor and get some. I'll sell them to you. People got all types of hustles. All types of pills. Abortion pills, weight loss pills. It just ain't the perks. Somebody getting fucked up. Somebody getting fucked up. Somebody named Keisha. Kaya. Because I'm seeing KIA. And like somebody got HIV. Now, and I'm not trying to be funny. And when I talk about HIV, it is people who have HIV and that I feel for. You know, I don't mean to sound harsh or like I don't care, because that's not how I feel. However, I feel like somebody accused me of having that and I don't have it. So, bitch, don't play with me like that. However, I do sympathize with people. It's some people out here that caught HIV. They only had sex one time. And I always tell this story when I was on a youth retreat when I was a little kid and we went to Second Ed with Pastor Van. And I went on a youth retreat, and one of the ladies who was there as a motivational speaker or whatever, she was speaking on why you should wait to have sex or whatever. And her reason for giving us the speech is she said she didn't lose her virginity until she was 22 years old. She had wanted to stay a virgin till she got married, blase splee. And, you know, one day she just happened to be in college and, you know, she's in her 20s. Everybody else had sex or whatever. She was like kind of like one of the only virgins. And, you know, she finally got somebody who she trusted and wanted to be with. And she finally lost her virginity at like 22. And she went to the doctor and found out that she was pregnant and that she had HIV. Like, damn, you lose your virginity I'm here, I can make you a celebrity overnight. Like, damn, overnight you done lost your virginity, became a mama, and got HIV. That motherfucker need to die. But that's how life is sometimes. She didn't ask for that. She didn't ask for that. If anything, it's people out here fucking at 13 years old. She waited all the way till she was 22. Till she found somebody she really liked, really trust. And when I was 13, I was listening to her story. Like, she waited all that time just to still get fucked over. That's why I'm saying this life shit is a motherfucker. But we sign contracts in the ethers on what type of lifestyle we have, and then we have to fight the battles because it's how you clear your karmic debt. So that probably was karmic debt from a past life. She ain't remember that shit, but she didn't ask to get that off the first time she had sex. So now she got to have an abortion. Or she chose to at that time. And back then, this was before Big Tarvey and all that shit was out. So when listening to her story, I was a young teenager. I don't even think, if I was still going to second ed, I wasn't even 13 yet. And her story had broke my heart. So when I say that, like, I don't got HIV, I don't got that shit, I don't mean to sound rude. Because I do have sympathy for people who did not ask for that. But there's some motherfuckers out here that ask for that shit. Nigga, you know if you gay and you sticking your raw ass dick up in some raw ass asshole with some raw ass shit, you got some raw ass bacteria up in that motherfucker. That's probably gonna lead to that raw ass shit. And you asked for it. If you down low and you dick hopping asshole to asshole to asshole to asshole, what the fuck you think? Some people ask for that shit, but some people don't. Some people married to men and they husband down low the whole fucking time. They don't know you come back and you bring that shit to your fucking wife. So I sympathize with people. So when I say it like that, I hope I don't offend people. But that's how somebody tried to play on my top. So I'm not trying to offend you, but defending me. It's something about some shit like this is going on. Like, these people, they done got themselves in so much shit. Like, damn, y'all should have just left well enough alone. But I just said it. We all sign up for certain shit. It's a contract with God. Just like you make contracts with God, people out here make contracts with the devil. So they karmic. Just like you got to live out your godly contract, they got to live out their demonic one. So yeah, we gonna have Judas in our life. Snakes is in our lives and shit like that. Somebody getting fucked up. And they had a adequate amount of time to fix this and they chose not to. So it's like they chose their fate. Speaking of contracts and everything like that, and people hate when I refer to kid movies, but I ain't the only adult that watch a lot of kid movies. Shrek, the fourth one or something like that, where Shrek was complaining about Fiona, like, oh, I'm getting so tired of my wife. I live the same life every day. I get up, I go to work, I take care of my kids. Like, I just want time where I want my life to be how it was before I became a family man. So guess what? He bumped into Rumpelstiltskin. And Rumpelstiltskin was a warlock. He performed magic, just like witches. Actually, he had a bunch of witches who worked up under him. Because warlocks like witches, because they all do spells. Just like in the show, Wicked City. They had the witches and the warlocks. Y'all gotta know that this shit is real. People do spells for real. So anyway, Rumpelstiltskin, like, oh, I can make your life go back to the way it was before you had children, before you were married, before you had so much responsibility. I could take you back to when you were a free man. Just sign this contract here. Don't read it. Just sign it. And then he signed it or whatever, and his wish was granted. He was able to go back to a time before he had children. And it was only supposed to be for a day. But as the day starts to go past, and he like, okay, well, shit, I done had my fun as a bachelor and everything. I'm ready to go back to my regular lifestyle now and go back to my wife and kids. Well, he can't do that because he signed this contract with Rumpelstiltskin that granted him free time away from his family. But being that he didn't read it, he didn't know that the contract came along with, oh, well, when you go try to return home, your family ain't gonna fuck with you no more. They ain't gonna know who you are. They're gonna have forgotten about you. Even though you was only living your life for one day, it seemed like a century to them. So you're gonna have to go back and try to win your life back. That's what happens when you sell your soul to the devil, Illuminati, or whatever they want to call it. You have to fight to win your life back, or you sold your soul, meaning that you were defeated by the demonic contract that you signed. So in the movie, Shrek had to fight for his soul. He had to go and make Fiona remember him. And the only way she was able to remember him again is to remember the real feeling of genuine love that would come from him. He had to make the kids remember him and everything. And it all boiled down to, remember me? I'm the one who loved you. Go back to your past life. Before you signed this fucking contract, I was your wife. I was your husband. Like, he had to go and find himself. And now I'm hearing India Irie on the song Truth, and she was like, you remind me of somebody from my past life, like I was your husband and you my wife. Like, in my past life I was a man and you were my wife, but in this day and time I am a woman. I am your wife and you are my husband. That's how past lives, twin flames, all this shit work. So in the movie, Shrek had to make Fiona remember him off of genuine love, and that's how he won his soul back and his family back. So when you sign these bullshit ass contracts to sell your soul or work for wicked organizations or become a witch or a warlock, you get into all that demonic ass shit that start off looking fun and glamorous until now it's time to pay the piper. And when you can't do that, get him up out of here. He can't pay his fees. Get him up out of here. Cut his water off. Off with his head. That's how you sell your soul. When your mouth is writing checks that your ass can't cash. But see, when you get in these contracts and you defeat them, then you win your soul back and you get rewarded. Just like I said, the Illuminati owe me money because I beat the Illuminati, who wanted me to sell my soul. I'm not making this shit up. That's why I understand it. Whether I see it in a movie, YouTube video, or watching something like Shrek, I can tell a soul contract. Because I really do this shit. I never sold my soul. But the offer was on the floor. These people, they can't pay the piper. So the Grand Reaper is here, coming to collect. So you're going to get a death. So either you're going to die, you're going to go to prison, or you're going to get a death to your finances and everything else. If you were famous, you're not famous anymore. You're blacklisted. If you were rich, you're poor. If you were free, you're in prison. That's called a death. And you get those deaths when you can't beat your contract that you agreed to. So I'm going to show y'all how these contracts go. Let's just say somebody is interested in me, but because I don't want to break it down in conspiracy theory way to you motherfuckers, because y'all gonna think I'm sounding too far-fetched. So I'm trying to think of another way to use this, of how to sell your soul. Okay, I'm gonna use people like Kanika Jenkins, Shanquella Robinson, because I done went through some experiences like that too. So boom, we gonna go on this girls trip. Let's say Shanquella Robinson is very beautiful, very talented, very smart, and she would be a good celebrity, or she would be a good so-and-so, and we offered her this deal, but she caught on to us. She knew it was kind of shady and she turned us down. But guess what? Her friend is willing to do it. So if we can get her friend Brittany to study Shanquella for about 2 years, take on her persona, steal how she do all of her work, start to talk like her, walk like her, act like her, right? Then we gonna give Brittany a whole bunch of money and tell her to invite Shanquella on a girls trip, right? And then when they get down there, we gonna have them jump her because we need her to die. We need her body, we need her organs, and we need somebody to take over her personality. And her friend Brittany already agreed to do it. All we gotta do is give Brittany $250,000 and pay for them the trip to Florida or Cancun or something. And then once they get there, we got the bartender who worked for us too. As soon as Shanquella get down to the bar and she order her a drink, we already got our bartender there who gonna drop this in there. That shit gonna work for about 15 minutes. In about 15 minutes, she gonna be knocked the fuck out weak. At that time, y'all beat her motherfucking ass till she die. And if y'all don't kill her, that $250,000 that I gave you in advance, bitch, if you don't got it to give it back to me, I'm going to kill you. So now Brittany, who done been had the $250,000 6 months ago, she got paid 6 months ago before the trip even started. So they been had time to map this out. This how this shit work. I'm trying to tell you what the fuck I know. So they been had time to they get down there having good it's a girls trip, and then boom, somebody all of a sudden want to pick an argument with you. The same thing they did to me now. Because remember that time you probably was slept with my baby daddy? I don't know. Making up shit in their head. Remember that time I left you and John in the car together and I came back and it seemed like you was moving your hand off his leg the whole time you was getting ready to put the car and drive because you see your friend walking to the car? People start making up shit like that. I'm saying that to say that they make up stories to start an argument, to start a fight, and you sitting there like, what the bitch? What the fuck is you talking about? But they up here egging they cell phone trying to make the shit real. These be the real mental patients, by the way, but they calling everybody else mental. They be talking to themselves. This the demon inside them now, egging them on. Yeah, you better kill that bitch. You know how they say on TV you got a devil on your shoulder and an angel on your shoulder? When you sell your soul, you're controlled by the devil at this point. So you only hearing, God has turned the deaf ear towards you. You only hearing the devil, the voices in your head. So you're not hearing the godly voices. You're only hearing the demonic ones. So they sitting in your head like, beat her. Beat her. You know how they got that song that be like, what they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? What? That song, that's how demons be talking to them motherfuckers. You better kill her. Remember, you already got paid $250,000. You better kill that bitch. I don't know how you gonna do it. You better drop something in her drink. You better start fighting her. Y'all only got about 3 more days left on this trip. You know, if you don't beat her ass and kill her, then you got to pay back the Illuminati that $250,000. You already spent $25,000, and they said they want it in full. Pay me in full or don't pay me at all. It's off with your head. So you only got $225,000. You already spent $25,000 splurging of it on the shit to come on this trip. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And then a bitch who been drinking all motherfucking day, she getting hot, bothered. The demons talking to her and shit. That's why they tell you don't get drunk either. And that's why they call liquor spirits. Because they get to talking to you when you get drunk. That's why the Bible say you can have your fun, you can get your little tips, your little buzz on. The moment you get drunk and you out of body, out of mind, you fucked up. You let something else take over you. The demon that was already in your head anyway has now taken over your vessel. Hey, we gotta hurry this shit the fuck up, because we don't got that money. And usually it started off with only one person being involved. The one person who got the $250,000. But that person is usually a weak ass bitch that took this shit and knew they couldn't get it done anyway. So they already spent $25,000. Now they got to start offering the other friends who on the trip some money too. Okay, look, y'all. I got paid this $250,000 to get rid of Shanquella. But I don't know how I'm going to do it, so I need y'all help. I'll pay y'all $10,000 too. All we got to do is just put this in her drink. That's it. And then we gonna act like we don't know what the fuck happened. But see, when you get chosen people, putting shit in your drink sometimes don't just work, because we gonna get the fuck back up. So that's why they had to beat on you and kill you and shit. And that's why they gotta drug you first, because when you chosen, I swear to God, you get the strength out of nowhere. They ain't gonna be able to beat your ass like that. But they drug you first. Okay? Then they try to beat the fuck out of you. And then when the demon is taking over them, of course, they're beating the fuck out of you. They got so much running through their mind. They got a demon talking to them. Now they done went from having 225. They had 250,000. Now they went to 225. Then they paid the other friends $10,000 to help them too. So now they only had about 180,000. But if they get back to their city and state and Shanquella's still alive, they got to pay back these people $250,000. And you already done spent 70,000 within the 6 months that they gave it to you. So you don't got the money to pay them back in full. And Shanquella's still alive. What they gonna do? Panic. Until they do what? Kill a bitch. I'm trying to tell you. This is what they do. They offer that shit to one person. And that one person agrees to cross you. And then when they can't do it by themselves, they bring other people in. I need your help. I need you to help me with this. I'll pay you some of the money that they give me. And before you know it, you done killed this person, lost your soul, and you broke. But that's how the devil will trick your ass. So you did it all for nothing. These hotels, I said somebody needs to go and check that hotel that I was in when I was at the Quality Inn in Southfield, and I said I had that man take me there the other day too. Soon as we got into press 3 on the elevator, we went straight to the basement. He like, what the fuck? I started laughing. Because mind you, I had already spent my $1,500 there for the 2 weeks, so I pretty much was peeping it. And everybody tried to say I was crazy. So me and him go there. We push 3 and go straight to the fucking basement. And I swear to God, all I started thinking about was Kanika Jenkins. Because these motherfucking hotels let this shit go on. Y'all get these rooms. They get the drinking, drugging you up and shit. She probably walking around looking for the elevator. You get in the elevator thinking you about to go up to the wrong floor, but the elevator take you to the basement or to the fucking kitchen. You drunk as fuck. You don't know where you at. All you know is that you pushed number 3. So of course she gonna get out the elevator walking around looking for her room. She drunk and shit. But that be part of the plan. So yeah, mind you, they got cameras. They watching. Somebody in the background watching on the phone or the walkie-talkie. Yep. She got on the elevator. Yep, she pushed 3. Make it go down to the basement. When she get in the basement, boom. You know where to get her. Put her in the refrigerator till we get there. That's how this shit be going. I'm telling you, even my kids that was at the room, they like, yeah, we was in a elevator with this other boy. He was about our age, 17, 18, 19, somewhere up in there. And he was like, we was pushing 1 and we kept going to 3. And we was pushing 3 and we kept going to the basement. And Lex was like, I was starting to get a little bit scared. And then they was like, but the boy in there, he was wondering what was going on too. And that's how people would play it too. They'll have somebody in there, a whole decoy, acting like they don't know what's going on either. Oh my God, what is going on in the elevator? The whole time they the one who in the elevator waiting to snatch you up and take you to the fucking basement. I don't just talk this shit. I have literally lived this shit. So when I see it, I can channel it instantly. But I said it. All these people was related. And it was going to boil down to these churches, money laundering, some of these rooms in these hotels. Like, even when I was telling people I couldn't stay at the motel because the motel didn't want my 2 youngest boys to be staying there either. They like, motels don't discriminate kids. Yes, they do. Some of these motels, they know what the fuck. They run a strict program. We want prostitutes up in this bitch. Or if you some kids, we want underage minors. That's tricky. They don't want no little kids. A motel and a hotel is for you to be able to rent a room to have a safe place to sleep for a night or however long you need to be there. There should be no reason that they saying that kids can't be allowed. Now, I can see if they put a limit because rooms are rooms, so they can only hold a certain amount of people, which is why you have to accommodate your stay. If you got 8+ people, they usually going to give you a double suite or, you know, a penthouse suite or something like that. If it's only you and 1 or 2 people, you could probably go get a regular hotel or motel. But for a motel or a hotel to say that they don't want kids there and it's only 2 or 3 of y'all, you know it's some bullshit. Because what don't you want kids here for? They don't be wanting kids there because they be fucking and sex trafficking. And I said a lot of these hotels be having secret hidden cameras in them fucking mirrors and all that shit. Selling y'all on Pornhub and OnlyFans. Again, I don't just talk this shit, I live this shit. Illegal surveillance. Dark web. Black market. Like, don't be so fucking dumb. I'm telling my story for a reason. God used my vessel for a reason. I'm going to put you out there first so you can warn your people. Oh, I just been channeling. I've been on here 1 hour and 25 minutes. But I'm telling you. It's some Indians that's about to go down for sex trafficking. And it's got something to do with tablets. Because I'm hearing tablets and tabloids. So they're recording people on some tablets or iPads or something. And they're selling it to the black market. I'm hearing like live feed from the black market or something. All that shit is under investigation. Somebody be like live streaming off their iPad, but they be secretly recording porn or something and they sell it to the black market. But this person is under investigation, bringing it back to iPads and IP addresses. These people are Indian though. Like, you know, dark skin, real black silky hair kind of Indians. Or Philippines or whatever the fuck. It's like they're streaming illegally sex for underage kids as well as adults. It's illegal surveillance. And I keep hearing Pornhub. So they're like selling porn from these hotels. But I've been talking about this. And somehow it's affiliated with the church. But remember I told y'all this pastor tried to talk to me, talking about him and his wife was separated. And he wanted to give me $250 to go to the room and fuck. But then I got on Facebook and him and his wife, like a few weeks later, was on a trip together, looking all lovey-dovey. And he get up and stand in the fucking pulpit preaching to motherfuckers every Sunday. Like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my fucking face. But sometimes half of them first ladies and shit, they be down with that shit. Like I said, can't wait to lick a young bitch pussy. They be 3 spells. That was a whole pastor. Talking about he'll pay me $250 to take me to the room. And he said, do you want to go to the room or your house? What the fuck kind of pastor is you? But I said it. These motherfucking pastors be Masons, Eastern Stars and shit. They fondle on kids. On them youth retreats. Oh, come on here, daughter. Sit on the pastor's lap. Poison them with that church picnic food every motherfucking 4th Sunday. Get the fuck out of here. Pastor, Pope. I don't give a fuck. Money laundering. Sex trafficking. Young, innocent ass people. And not all pastors. So if it don't apply, let it fly, dummy. Somebody's Muslim too. I don't know if Muslims have pastors or whatever. Because I'm hearing Ramadan. And I just said somebody keep putting something in the fucking food. Oh. What's Muslim? Arabics. Arabics be Muslim too. And some Arabics be black too. I mean, they're dark. Like how my skin look right now while I'm not in the light and my camera is not in good lighting. It be Indians that look like this. But see, I'm really brown. They be black like this. And they Indian. Somebody is an Indian. This bringing me back to that reading that I did too, where I said somebody, one of these tarot readers, like to wear their jewels. What was the name that I was channeling? Honey dip. And I was like to wear jewels in the middle of their forehead. Somebody is under investigation. And I'm speaking of Indians and skin complexions and hair textures and something. Somebody, I'm hearing somebody is light skinned too. But somebody is related to Indians. Like, if they don't relate it to them, they work with them as like co-workers or business partners. Somebody work with Indians to sex traffic and shit. And that's what I'm saying. You was an American black bitch and you sex trafficking American black women. But somebody is an Indian. Somebody is like a tarot reader or something. Because I'm seeing somebody who put crystals in the center of their head. And it's making me think, like, if you can see, let me scoot up some. I have a mole in the center of my forehead. Let me see. You can't see because my lighting sucks so bad right now. But let me see. It's too light now. Let me see if I can take it off the clip. Okay. You see, I have this mole smack dead in the center of my forehead. Somebody puts crystals smack dead in the center of their forehead. They call it like putting shit over their third eye or something. This person is a witch. And all this stuff has been exposed. Anyway, I'm up. And I'm going to wait till a decent time, probably like around 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to see if it's okay for me to go in and take a shower, brush my teeth, do something to my hair real quick, and then see what God has in store for me for today. And I'm here and get ready for your blessings. So I'm about to go in there and get myself together. But I just had to jot down in my digital diary first my channel messages and the notes that I wanted to put in there. So, yes. I will talk to you guys later. I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. Y'all have a nice day. Stay safe in these Detroit streets, y'all. And I will talk to you guys later. Look at me scooting my bed up. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I love y'all. Ooh, look at my hair, baby. Oof. Mad at the fuck. I'm gonna run the blow dryer through it one more time today. Put some hair lotion on it. Slap them 2 braids up in this thing. And wrap it up. But yeah, I love y'all.